Hey guys, this is episode 21 of Cooking at Home with Derrick, and if you want to watch, stay tuned. So today on episode 21, it is a really rainy day. It's cool outside, so I thought it would be a nice day to make chocolate chip macadamia nut cookies. As you know, yesterday in my cookie mix video, the cookie mix I made for my mom, I made chocolate chip macadamia nuts. So in this video, I'm going to be making chocolate chip macadamia nut cookies. So you're going to need 2 sticks, well actually 1 stick of butter, and I have a little bit under because I didn't have enough. You're going to need 1.5 cups of white sugar, 1.5 cups of chocolate chips or white chocolate chips. I'm using chocolate chips this time because I need to get rid of mine. You'll need a cup of macadamia nuts. You will need a 1/2 cup of brown sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla. You'll need 2.5 cups of flour sifted, and a teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. You'll also need 2 eggs. So the first thing you want to do is, let me bring my camera to this side, right here. So you're going to want to cream the butter and the sugar. So take the butter and add both sugars. You're just going to cream it until you have a smooth sort of, I guess you could call it a paste of these two. So I'll be back when that is done. So once you have creamed your butter and sugar, mine's not perfect, but you know, this is good enough because we're not at a bakery and the cookies aren't going to be perfect. You're going to add 2 eggs. I'm gonna add mine one by one because I do not want a grated texture of my cookies. So just mix this up well. Comment below your favorite kind of cookies. I don't know what mine is. I have many different favorites. Alright. And mix together this last egg. Alright. So after you cream together those things, you are going to add the vanilla. 1 teaspoon is what the recipe calls for, but I'm a pretty big fan of vanilla, so I'll add 2. And mix that together. And then slowly fold in your flour and your baking powder, baking soda, and salt. I'm going to do about half of the mixture to start with. And mix it thoroughly. And I'll add the other half. So, instead of white chocolate chips or whatever kind of chocolate, okay, instead of white chocolate or chocolate chips, whatever kind you want to use, you can use butterscotch, you can use Reese's Pieces, you can like literally put anything into these cookies with the macadamia nuts. Or you can take out the macadamia nuts and add like almonds or pecans or whatever sort of nut that you would like. And once you have almost fully got it mixed, I'm going to add the chocolate chips and our macadamia nuts. So for me, I think it will be easier to mix with my hand. For a smooth dough. So the macadamia nuts aren't that visible as you would think they could be. I mean, obviously you're going to see some more than others, but they aren't as visible as they could be. So, do this, and we'll be back when it's almost ready. So now it's time to put our cookies on the tray. And you're going to want to do this by the tablespoon, a couple inches apart. So, just go like, you can spray your pan if you please. If you don't please, then don't. I'm gonna roll mine, however, because yeah. So this makes 2 dozen. Just place them maybe like 2 inches apart, 2 or 3. The bigger the dough ball, the bigger the cookie will be. So I'm trying to make them the same because tablespoons don't always come out the same. I'm going to take a little bit off this one because that one's a lot. So you can do like giant cookies, you can do small cookies. Mine are, I'm hoping, don't give any promises, are going to be like a medium type of cookie. At this point, I'm just kind of eyeballing a tablespoon because I would like to get these in the oven. And so, these are going to bake at 350 for 20, no, not 20, 9 to 15 minutes, depending on how done you want your cookies and such. So right there. And really, if you wanted to, like, instead of doing a birthday cake, you could do like a cookie cake and line this whole thing of cookie, or like a circled pan, and make a cookie cake. One done. Let me get my special spoon to get the dough off my hands a little bit. I am not giving any promises that these will come out like perfect circles, because usually when I make cookies they don't, so these two I'll separate. There we go. I'm pretty sure these would be good, like, gluten-free also. Yeah, I don't know, but I should try it sometime. Try new things. It's odd what I like to try and not try. Like, certain things I will try, other things I will not. Alright. So these will bake 350 for 9 to 15 minutes. So I'll be back when they're done. Here is a really creative and good way to store your leftover cookie dough. So you want a sheet of wax paper, and you're going to take something with a flat surface, and in the middle of your wax paper, go ahead and plop your cookie dough. So I'm gonna do 2 of these because I have enough for 2 wax papers. Fold this in half. Doesn't have to be perfect or anything. Take your flat surface, so let me grab this. Take your flat surface and literally push back. And you're going to create a roll of cookie dough, which will be great if you ever want to, like, just pull out your roll of cookie dough and make a cookie. You can make a single cookie, you can make a double cookies, you could do whatever. And so just keep pushing it to the thinness that you like. That's about good for me. And you're going to freeze this. Roll it up and ball the ends like this, okay? Now let me grab a little. Okay. Grab a little bit of a string or something and tie it off. So that is a really, really good way to keep your cookie dough. Don't just like throw out leftover cookie dough, and especially do not eat it. I mean, everyone says don't eat it, but you really can get sick. I mean, 1 or 2 spoons won't hurt, but a whole bowl of cookie dough is pretty dangerous, and I would not risk that. But hey, so I'll do this last wax paper, and I'll see you when the cookies are done. So now we are going to taste the finished cookies. This is what they look like. As I said, they weren't going to come out perfect. So let's go ahead and taste. They're really soft and chewy. I like the flavor of the macadamia nuts. Really nice. I hope you all enjoyed this recipe. Go ahead and sit back with a cup of milk and some cookies and enjoy this recipe. See you next time on Cooking On with Derrick.